Hello and welcome to Dream Team Coach TV. I'm Sean Burke. Joining me as always is Andy Taylor, Jack Townsend, and the Grast of us, it's Graham Marshall.
What, sorry?
The Grast of us.
As in
The Last of Us.
Okay.
The video game. Yeah. We've gone outside of football this time.
Yeah, you'd lost me there.
Yeah.
You said like Grastivus, like sort of like a Grampus kind of Christmassy thing or something. I don't know what you were getting at.
Sounds terrifying.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
But the mystery word game is still going as always, so if you want to play along and you don't know what it is, look away now.
Will it be a week without controversy? That's what I want to know.
Impossible. Impossible.
What is that plane going over?
Oh, I do warn you, I've got constant drilling next door.
You know what? I don't think it is building work. I think it's the cows. They've come home to roost. And boys, humble pie on the menu tonight with a side dish of revenge a la Smug. Arsenal beat Wolves. But Arsenal haven't beat Wolves since 2012, but spending all this time with Andy has made it feel like a lifetime. Andy, where did it all go wrong for you?
But yeah, look, I mean, we're still above you in the league table. If this stays the way that things are with the midweek fixtures. I mean, your wage budget's about 3 times the size of ours as well. So fair play to you, for nicking a couple of goals against us,
Plucky little Wolves.
Yeah.
What have they spent? £10 in the past 2 years?
Yeah. Well, no, but we can't forget how much we are punching above our weight financially. I mean, Arsenal allegedly are paying more than 60 to 70 million more than Wolves on wages. So, in that theory, you'd think that sheer volume of money would make you a far better team than us. But, ultimately, you were the underdogs going into that and you did well. But as I said, it was really nice to see some of Arsenal's youngsters, as much as that is pain me to say. Nketiah, Saka, it's a nice new generation for you boys. I do appreciate that. I don't appreciate your fan base at all. I just think, so many Arsenal fans saying, it's great to see us back. This is the Arsenal that I've been missing. And it's like, what Arsenal? That sits 7th or 8th in the table. I mean, but also someone raised the point of Patricio not being as good as Leno. And I couldn't disagree with that more. I don't know what you boys think, but Patricio for the last 2 seasons has straight away got more clean sheets than Leno. And now I know you could argue there's a back four that also comes involved with that. And probably if Luiz was playing in front of Patricio, he'd have no clean sheets.
So I'm just talking about who's better out of keepers. I'm looking at the shots saved. I mean, obviously that's skewed because, like you said, it depends who you've got in front of you. Leno is joint second with Ramsdale in that.
I mean, that says a lot, doesn't it? I mean, look at the state of Bournemouth.
And you got Dubravka top with 124, Leno 113, Ramsdale 113, and you've got where's Patricio?
I mean, I don't think
down in 11th for 83, but that's not
that's an indictment against how bad they are defensively.
Yeah, but what we could say is that Arsenal would be a lot worse off without him.
Jack, those goalkeeper saves, is that just outright saves, or is it like a ratio? Like how many?
So this is just pure saves. I mean, just to show you the difference, Alisson's down in 20th, and he's only made 53.
Yeah, that's the thing. You wouldn't say Alisson was a bad keeper.
All right. Tell me who is next up from Alisson. Who would you think?
Ederson, on by that logic?
No, I reckon it'll be someone like Henderson,
Mind you, actually, this is, to be fair, it's Gazzaniga with 59. But the problem is, Lloris is also a bit further up with 64. So if you add them together, you're probably doing the worse off.
If you add them together, it's not very good. I mean, getting onto Spurs there, they kept showing the stat at the Everton game about our awful clean sheet record. Only Bournemouth with less. I mean, we added one against Everton, but it wasn't a fun watch. It wasn't an exactly exciting game.
There was a bit of handbags as well on the pitch as well between Son and Hugo Lloris. That goes to show how boring the match was. That is probably the biggest talking point.
Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Because as a Spurs fan, I don't want to see that necessarily on as they're going off into the tunnel at half time. I want to see them give that on the pitch. I want to see them as interested as that and as up for it as that on the pitch. Whereas going off into half time, keep that in the dressing room, really.
Can you label that as Son and Lloris? I think they're probably the two of the most passionate boys on the pitch generally anyway. I don't think you can say they never give it all.
Lloris definitely, but Son, I think, was being criticised in the Sheffield United game and, was obviously criticised by Lloris in that game for not trying to get onto a pass, and that sort of led to a chance for Richarlison.
But is it a case of that chance happened just as half time was coming?
But then I mean, it's fine to have that in the conversation in the dressing room, and I don't mind them having it out in the dressing room. But like it's that everyone has seen that clip has gone round everywhere, and that now is going to be seen as that's going to come down to the narrative of Jose breaking up the dressing room and disorder at Spurs.
I don't think so at all.
Does it not feed into that narrative? Yeah, but that's what I worry about. I think it's good that they care. I think it's good that they've done. That they're showing that it means something to them.
Yeah, I mean, Son's going to have unfollowed Lloris on Twitter.
yeah, exactly. I mean, if you see that happen, if it's Son didn't like Lloris's recent Instagram post, it's going to be a story now, isn't it?
So I just wanted to ask you, Graz, as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so it's not looking great for you guys at the moment. Let's be honest. In the grand scheme of things, let's say that you have the most amazing transfer window.
Mm-hmm.
Firstly, what does that amazing transfer window entail? And secondly, let's say you get in everyone you want. Do you think that you could still challenge for the title?
It's difficult to say. I don't know who the targets are. I don't know who's available at the moment. I think the positions we need some level of strengthening in. People talk about right back because Aurier's played basically every game, and there's question marks over his ability anyway. Defensively, definitely.
Sorry, just on the defensive note as well, it definitely feels like an old school way of thinking from Jose. Remember the old Fergie days of if you keep playing the same back four, they'll get used to each other and that'll become something that you can build on, like a platform. But I think Jose's forgetting that he's got Eric Dyer playing there every game.
Well, I think Harry Dyer...
He played well against Everton.
Against Everton. Long
term, though, Eric Dyer's not the young Eric Dyer that we've kind of seen just coming into the game now. I mean, he's like a very...
he's practically one of the veteran players. He's 26.
Yeah, and it's he's never proven himself at centre half. So what makes him think?
Well, this is the long term issue was that he, didn't play at centre half for so long because we had that rock solid pairing of Alderweireld and Vertonghen under Pochettino. That it's led to this problem now where we don't really have a replacement because we got in a couple of players. So Sanchez has his moments but can be really good. Foyth is unproven, untested, gave away 2 penalties against Wolves in his debut. We've spent big money on Ndombele, Bergwijn, and we haven't then Lo Celso as well. And other than Lo Celso and potentially Bergwijn a little bit in this restart, we haven't really bedded those players in, and they don't seem to know how to work with each other. I don't know what the problem is at the moment, and I don't think necessarily that it is solved by just a fantastic transfer window, and particularly because I don't think we'll have a fantastic transfer window.
I was listening to TalkSport last night after the game. There was multiple Spurs fans basically saying that Harry Kane is done, he's finished, he's kind of not recovered from the ankle injuries. What's your thoughts on Kane? Because ultimately he is far better than basically the rest of your team, but genuinely, are the injuries taking its toll in him? Now, before I don't think they are, because I think his goal record speaks for itself even this year. I don't know, are you concerned by that at all?
I'm concerned in a sense because I'd love to see that Harry Kane again. I'd love to see that free scoring shoot from anywhere Harry Kane. But you have to acknowledge he has had several injuries over the last couple of years, but still relatively kept up goal scoring form. This has been an awful season for Spurs, and yet he's still, top scoring for us. I think you have to look at Kane and what he means to that club in a different way than just goals, because he is still providing. He is still putting everything on the pitch. The other day, he didn't have a particularly good goal scoring night. He didn't have many opportunities, but his link-up play with other players, his quality is there to see every single time he plays. And it's ridiculous to suggest that a player who has the record he does, he's done, and that he can't make it back to at least somewhere near that level. I don't think he's done. And I think if you're a Spurs fan who thinks we should offload Harry Kane, I don't think you totally ever really got what Harry Kane brought to the team.
Graham Souness criticised Jack Grealish last weekend, claiming he doesn't see the picture quick enough, despite the fact he's created the second most chances in the league this season after only Kevin De Bruyne. Grealish retweeted this stat with the caption, "You can't please everyone." No, Jack, you can't please Souness. A man Roy Keane would describe as being a bit much. And so I've put together some Souness quotes criticising people over the years. And you lads have to guess who they're about.
Oh, I like this.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. What will I go for first? Okay. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. He swore at me after being substituted in a draw at Charlton. He looked up towards me and called me a I presume we beep that.
Well, we will bleep that. The audience will never know exactly what you said.
But it's not good.
Wasn't it him at himself in the mirror?
You looking at me? I wouldn't be surprised at all. Someone's a
I
maniac.
don't know.
I reckon it was Dwight York.
Around then, it's not Dwight York, though. No. You think the player has a reputation for being a bit of a trouble?
Robbie Savage?
No. What did you say, Andy?
Craig Bellamy.
Yes, it is. Craig Bellamy. Yeah, he has a few passages about him in his autobiography. Apparently, he dragged him out of the dressing room once by the collar, like he was a naughty schoolboy. Right, next up, let's see. Okay, does he bust a gut? No. Does he do the hard yards? No. 1 goal in 10 months? He seems to accept things aren't going well.
I mean,
Sanchez?
No.
Oh, it's a good shout, that.
But someone who's expected to score goals.
That's probably a bit misleading, actually, I have to say.
it's got to be a United player,
The
surely.
cheat sheet answer for all of these Souness ones is just to say Pogba, just on the off chance.
He'll come up, don't worry.
Okay, so it's not Pogba this time.
Who does he slate for not scoring a goal? Any Spursy boys that have not scored goals, really?
Dele Alli.
Yeah, it could be Dele Alli.
No, but he's talked about him on a separate occasion.
He's not scored goals. I'm trying to think who's not scored goals at like top club. Because all the Arsenal lads are all right, actually, goals-wise.
Oh, it could be Ozil.
Yeah, that's a great shout.
Ozil. The goal thing is a bit misleading because you associate him with assists, but yeah, it was about Ozil. But
any stat to suit Souness's agenda, right?
Yeah.
When you said the Arsenal lads were all right for goals, and I was thinking, there's one lad that they always complain about, though.
When he gets bad press, but that is true about Ozil. That is true. I mean, there's a reason why he's literally not even getting on the bench for Arsenal these days.
Right, I'll do 2 more. He plays for himself. It's all about how cool he looks, showing us how clever he is.
I mean, again, cheat sheet answer, is it Pogba?
Ding, ding, ding. Yes, it is Paul Pogba.
Had to be eventually,
He
didn't it?
says how cool he looks. He's talking about Paul Pogba. He's an angry man deep inside. He's a frustrated man. Now, this is Graham Souness saying that about someone.
Yeah, goodness.
He's a frustrated man. Jose?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Wow.
Good work.
After working with him as a pundit, he probably sat
Really?
next to him when he said it. Yeah.
That's,
He's an angry man. It's the dankest part of the week. Each one of our panelists has created a meme over on our Dream Team Instagram page, and you folks get to vote for your favorite. Right. Let's bring on the memes. All right.
It's a good clip.
What is a wayward thing?
Oh, God.
Never seen such pressure.
Is this like a regular plumbing job? This looks...
This keeps going. I thought this was going to end. I thought that was a loop.
I mean, to be fair, whatever he did worked.
Yeah.
Just in all honesty, whatever he did worked. That's the plumbing you need.
Yeah.
We turned the water off first.
That is. I think that's where he's gone wrong there. And the water off.
But I mean, these were made with the Sheffield United game in mind, as was the next one.
Yeah.
I didn't manage to find a video, but I just found this image, and it's a classic spin on a classic meme. And I do think that there was a lot of deflection from the fact that we were just all over the pitch because of the insane VAR handball decision. Which, I mean, I talked to Andy separately about this because he said very, very early in the season about the Willy Bolly one that eventually that would come back to haunt, every team in the league. And there it was, Lucas Moura selfishly selfishly didn't smash his face into the ground.
What? Grass, I've never seen you get that irate.
Clearly, like he didn't do anything. Clearly, that wasn't a handball.
All right, on to the last meme then.
So, yeah, this is me.
Oh, you've done well here, Townsend.
I thought this is a great video, yeah.
It's a good source video. I would have done more Pogbas if I had the chance, but as we say, we're against time here.
I have no idea where you found this. Like,
did actually play this at the weekend as well. I highly recommend it.
What, you played this game?
Yeah.
Live footage of you and your mates?
Yeah.
What even is this game? Just throw eggs?
Like, yeah, I don't understand
It's like
how
spin the
decides
ball and then
who
whoever
throws
lands.
the eggs.
Wherever it lands on, you have to hit.
Yeah. No, so whoever it lands on, you get to throw the egg and everyone else has to run away.
Oh, right. Oh, that's good. That's a good idea.
The lad, I mean, it's a great hit on the Grealish lad, but he makes an awful decision in which direction to try and run away.
Yeah.
He really
Like, 'cause he
runs
sort of like runs back around the guy who's about
Gives it
to
the
throw the egg.
Shearer as well.
Okay then, some strong memes. And the winner is going to be revealed at the end of the show.
Oh,
So
every time.
find it.
Oh,
Such a tease. Such a tease. We have another DT coach clash this coming weekend as Arsenal face Spurs in the North London derby. Mourinho was annoyed by an Arsenal tweet mocking Spurs' loss to Sheffield United last week, saying, "I think if they were top of the league, they wouldn't enjoy the problems of others." Have you met football fans? They think manors are the houses that their favourite footballers live in, mate. How worried are you ahead of this weekend?
Yeah, quite worried. I was hoping that the Everton game, we don't know the result of the Bournemouth one yet. That could be even more disappointing for me. But I was hoping the Everton game would leave me feeling a bit more confident about the weekend. One, which is great, but it does not leave me feeling particularly confident about any future football games involving Spurs. It sort of just feels like Jose Mourinho has been brought in, right, to the side. He's a big, signing for the club. Really exciting that we've got a manager with his history and the things that he's been there and done and seen. And he's got this little life, right, to keep alive, the hope of Spurs, right? This little Tamagotchi that he's got to try and keep alive. And
yeah.
yeah. But
No words.
I think that was a fair attempt and a fair.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Anyway,
Congratulations.
I still agree with that point that he has been brought in to try and keep the hope alive.
Yeah.
And it is on its way to dying. He is.
The Tamagotchi of Spurs.
Tamagotchi was the mission.
Yeah.
And you threw straight darts, Graz. You threw
Yeah.
straight darts.
No
did.
controversy. No
No
controversy.
controversy. We managed to get through a week without
Yeah, it wasn't like Tama Abraham Gotchi.
But I mean, honestly, Sean, you're sort of an Arsenal fan.
Graz, I think you were going in on Sean recently about his Arsenal roots, by the way.
it's
Like every show, you're battering him. But I suppose it's the show to do it.
It is the show to do it in. Do you really see anything other than Arsenal winning that?
I don't know. It's all moving so fast these days. So
I'm not asking you to marry me. I don't know what that's
I
about.
mean, what I'm trying to say is, Grant, no, you're a Spurs fan and I'm an Arsenal fan. But
It will work.
It could work.
Opposites attract.
What I mean is, right now, it's we came back, we resumed, we lost 2 matches in a row, and that was straight to DEFCON 0. It's oh God,
Yeah.
we're gonna crumble. Then we've won 4 in a row, I think, and now it's oh hey, okay. But I just know how quickly things can change, and we played Leicester a couple of days ago, and of course we all know the result of that. But I just don't know. And the North London derby is always a bit. I mean,
Well, it's one of those ones that you have high expectations for.
yeah.
But I mean, speaking of things moving really quickly, this sort of restart, we had such high expectations for the Spurs Man United game because that was one of the first big supposedly big fixtures of this, and then it was a boring boring draw.
If the way it's been over the past couple of years, though, if I was to make a prediction, I would pick Arsenal to do it in this North London derby. Over the past couple of years, it's been oh, I don't know. I've been wary, but now I think is our chance to, I don't know, get a good.
Does it actually mean anything? Genuinely now, like when you guys are like battling it out for top 4, right?
It only means anything, I think, to Spurs and Arsenal fans, because that is really, realistically, the only thing that we're fighting for at the moment.
Right, now it's time for a weekender. It's a weekly game where you pick 7 players, a goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, and 2 strikers to be in your team, with real cash prizes up for grabs every week. You can sign up to play on our website or app. Just make sure you do it before the weekend's fixtures. Our panelists have picked their weekender teams already as they compete against each other to avoid the dreaded mystery forfeit at the end of the season. Okay, who's up first? Graz, you can go first.
Oh, thank you. Lucky me. Yeah, so fairly standard, really. Vardy, had to get him in because they're playing Bournemouth. If Vardy doesn't score against Bournemouth, that is going to be extremely disappointing for everyone, particularly Vardy, going for the golden boot. I'll have backed Kane in the North London derby because he does score in North London derbies.
Next up is Andy's team.
Well, just the Leicester against Bournemouth. I mean, purely because Bournemouth are just embarrassingly bad, really. So that's the main takeaway from that. I'm just like the fact that I've got a Liverpool player in there, Mane. I just think people have kind of written Liverpool off now, though. They've sacked it off. It's like Mane just doesn't become a bad player because they've won the league.
Have I misremembered the rules? Because I've done it that we're only allowed 1 from the top 4.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout.
Sorry.
Oh, well,
proven that.
Well, let's
top 4 side.
Yeah.
Let's talk through Jack's first, anyway.
Yeah.
So I've got Vardy against Bournemouth. I think we all can agree on that. And then you've got Liverpool, Burnley. I can't see many goals against Burnley. I don't know. Burnley's always a tough one to call, but I think if anyone's going to nick one, Mane might. I don't know. I think it's a good spread. It's a good spread.
It's a good spread.
I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah. These are lovely teams, but unfortunately, I'm just hearing in my ear that they've all been disqualified. VAR, the game's gone, and as the show is wrapping up, you have to pick a new team in the next 5 minutes using none of the same players.
What?
You need some new weekender teams, lads. Sorry, they've been disqualified. I'm just hearing in my ear now. So yeah, VAR.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand.
Let's pick a new team.
But what do we need to change?
The whole team.
But is it right?
This is annoying.
Oh.
Ooh. Do you want to, Graz, talk us through yours briefly?
Not massively. Yeah. So I mean, I've tried to keep it fairly similar to what I had. And then gone with a Spurs and an Arsenal player because I do think there'll be goals in that game, and it means that I don't lose points if they both score. Great news.
All right. Okay, Andy.
We're still obviously banking on Leicester doing business. Iheanacho, actually, great to see them playing 4-4-2, kind of rolling back the years with that system. And I think Antonio's little dream team hat, to be fair. They're playing Norwich away, so there's guaranteed goals.
Good tip.
I believe that Antonio's playing through the middle, which is superb. Scored a few goals, so yeah, like it.
All right.
Me, I've essentially banked on the same teams, but just mixed up the positions. So Michael in goal. I think we can agree Leicester should capitalise. Alexander-Arnold, assist after assist.
Right. Well, before we get on to the weekend results from last week, we should reveal the meme results from this week. So, in third place is Graham Marshall.
Oh, there's a picture. It wasn't good.
Only non-video, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to compete with these video memes, these newfangled memes.
That's right. It's new technology.
In second place is Andy Taylor, which means with a lead of almost 600 points is Jack Townsend.
I don't mind those. That was a good meme. It was a good meme. Don't mind that.
The meme master for this week's show. Congratulations, Jack. Okay. And now, right, the weekender teams from last week. Okay, first up then, Jack's team.
Oh,
19 points.
19.
It's never good being.
19 points.
I think Wolves really let me down, to be honest.
I think we all went
They
pretty
did.
Wolves
Let me down
heavy,
as well.
didn't we? Other than, Andy, you went pretty Man United heavy, so I think done all right.
And next up is Andy's team.
22. So what did I get?
22. You got 19.
Oh,
United helping me out. Cheers,
22.
Martial, Fernandez. Cheers.
Yeah,
boy.
let in a couple, but
yeah,
that's
but
not
Lindelof, Maguire, not exactly.
Yeah,
and
that's-
TK as well.
that's a United heavy team. And finally, with 28 points,
Townsend.
he stormed it. Congratulations,
Again,
Graz.
it's that Fernandez though, isn't it? 17 points, must have been a star man there.
Look at that.
Michael, like oh.
That is all from us this week, folks. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Dream Team Coach TV. In the meantime, please download the app, fix up your dream teams, and sort out your weekenders. Get involved. But for now, we will talk to you next week. Take care.
Yeah.